Hello, good morning to you and good evening to this part of the world. Mr. Dhoti, it's such a pleasure to talk to you. We wish the education that you impart from your, the Faculty of Compassion, Institute of Compassion, is so valuable and so timely today. Let me congratulate you, and let me also congratulate the Stanford University for the 6th Ideal Village Conference. I have one small request to everyone who is attending this conference. It's very simple request. When you walk around and when you see a drooping face, do not just pass by them. Just take the few seconds or just a moment to stand with them and ask them, hey, how are you doing? How can I help you? What is that you want? These few gestures can uplift the human spirit to some extent. It can help people to open up. Post-pandemic, the biggest challenge we see in the world is mental health issues. Suicide rates have gone up many-fold. Similarly, depression. So when people are locked in, they don't know how to journey inward and use this lockdown period for something creative. So we need to bring this awareness. I have another simple thing to tell everybody who feels very frustrated with this lockdown situation. I ask them, see, when you want to write a poem, what type of atmosphere you want? Can you write a poem, or can you do anything creative, a prose, a thesis, when there are people all around you? No. You need to be by yourself. When you want to bring about some creative thinking, when you want to put into action some innovative project, you say you want to be alone. Two situations we say, I want to be alone. One is when you want to be creative, when you want to come out with something wonderful, or when you are very frustrated, when you are sad and upset, then also you say, please leave me alone. Don't disturb me. So we have these two options. These are the two options in front of humanity. When there is lockdown situation, either use that time to bring out something creative, to learn something more, to think and to put into practice some ideas, come up with fresh new ideas, invoke the innovative spirit in you, or on the other side, feel frustrated, feel lonely, and then, get into a sort of depression or aggression. Today, we see this in young people, especially between 18 and 30. There's a lot of aggression on one side and depression on the other side. In order to get out of these two extreme behavioral tendencies, we need to turn inward, look within, and meditation can help us here. If you are depressed, meditation can help you to become normal. If you are introvert, meditation can help you to express yourself in the society, in people around, with people around you. If you are aggressive on the other side, it can calm you down. Again, it can uplift your spirit to do something creative. It helps you to think better. So, little bit of breathing exercise and meditation. Often people say, oh, meditation is so difficult. I cannot concentrate. I cannot focus. My mind is all over the place. I tell you, my dear, meditation is not concentration. It is not an effortful exercise. It's a simple relaxation technique in which you can find lot of energy bubbling from within you. So little bit of meditation can help us to manage our mindset, help us to stay afloat from falling into depression or aggression. Now, there is so much to learn in life, and these isolations or lockdown periods can help us to learn a lot. We gave some challenges here in India for young people to learn various languages in a matter of 10 days. It was quite successful. People started learning languages, people started learning cutlery, cooking and music and things which have never done before. Or when people didn't find enough time to do those things which they wanted to do, always wanted to do, but never found. No, the lockdown period has helped them to explore those avenues which they have been, ignoring or unable to pay attention to. So I would once again request everyone, do not pass by a person with a drooping face, with a depressed mindset. Let us stretch our hands and help them to come out of the mental agony, loneliness and tension they are experiencing at this point of time. This world has witnessed many challenges, wars, again and again conflicts, whether it is in local level or in the global level. Pandemics have also existed. Now, this current crisis that humanity is facing, we will be able to overcome. This confidence we must instill within us and with people all around us. We have to instill this confidence that all be okay, all be well. But human race is so resilient. We have gotten over many such things. If we see the history, we will survive. We will win over these situations. We will follow the rules, and thanks to the medical field community, they have put their life at risk and have been toiling day and night to better the society, to help people. And here also, we should keep our mind open, and we should come up with more options. Here in India, we are doing research on Ayurveda and Siddha medicines, which has really shown a big light at the end of the tunnel. Some of the ancient formulas with the modern outlook we have tried, and we have been advocating that, and still many hospitals are doing research in prevention and cure of these things, these sort of viruses. So very soon we will hope to get something, from the medical community that would instill even more confidence. Nobody worries if they have a flu or influenza. They know it's a common cold and cough. Nobody worries about it because we know there is a medicine. Similarly, when the medicine for this pandemic comes up, I don't think anybody will even worry about it. And in that direction, a lot of work is being done globally. I'm sure our doctors will come up with something very satisfactory. Now, lifestyle changes. Lifestyle change is something people will have to keep revisiting again and again, because the paradigms in life keep changing, so also our lifestyle. Here, we should look into our lifestyle are we taking enough rest? Are we taking, taking care of people around us? Are we being so compassionate, not just with others, with ourselves too? You need to be compassionate with oneself too. And again, I would emphasize tools like meditation, yoga, pranayama, breathing exercise, all will be of immense help at this time. That's all I had to say. We have done also, I also would like to tell the doctor, medical community, healthcare workers, please do take care of your health too. There is a lot of burnout in the medical community. Here in India, we conducted meditation program for over 1 million doctors and healthcare workers. And worldwide also, we did the same. In South America, all of South America, over 30,000 people in the medical community, healthcare workers, we all did meditation for them, and their report was it was a big relief for them from the burnout. They could find more energy and they could rededicate themselves for the work they are doing. Because meditation and breathing, all these techniques can infuse so much energy in you so that you can easily come out of your burnout. So please do take care of your health. This is my request to all and advice to all the medical community around the globe. Your life is valuable, more valuable, because you save many people, you save many lives. So in this sense, I would request them to take little time, a few minutes for themselves, sit in a corner, relax, take few deep breaths. There are a number of guided meditations available in the social media, in YouTube and in the apps that we have. You can take any one of those, and then all that you need to do is just sit and relax and listen to the instructions for meditation. You'll find yourself in a more energetic and calm and happier space. So let's all unite to create waves of happiness on this planet. When everything is okay, when people are happy, there is not much we need to do. But today, when there is a crisis and there is loneliness, there is a sense of despair among the population throughout the globe, we need to unite and uplift the human spirit. We can all do this, and I'm sure it will benefit our planet and the coming generation as well. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Namaste.
Thank you, Sri Sri.